What is up, guys? I'm finna do my first ever PSA submission, and it's gonna be through GameStop. First, I want to go through some of my predictions. This is, again, my first time ever grading. I think I picked out a decent couple cards. I have 7 right here. Lily's Clefable. It does have a ink mark on the back, but I think it can still 9. If it 10s, that'd be wonderful. Of course, this is a $650 card. This is my favorite card of the lot, my Cubone from Gym 3. This is my Grail. Cubone is my favorite Pokemon. $450 10 right there. And all these cards, I believe, are getting a 9 or better. Zapdos, a little bit of centering issues left to right. 10 is a $450 card. Zygarde, this is a big pickup. I think this one could be an 8, so I take back that prior statement. But I picked this up. This is a nice promo. You don't see this in this good of condition usually. Centering's really good. The back is wonderful. I think it could at least 8. If it 10s, it's an $800 card. This is one I'm confident gets a 10. It's $150. That pays for this submission because I'm assuming it's going to be a $150 cost to submit these cards. Top to bottom centering is really bad, but I want to see this in a slab. I think it at least gets a 9. The back is perfect. Last card, again, has a little bit of a top heaviness problem, but everything else is perfect. And Venusaur is my favorite of the 3 starters, so I want to see this in a slab. Even if these cards get 9, I think I still come up with profit. So we're going to go in, and if there's no one in there, I'm going to try to record the process for y'all. Okay, so that only took about 15 minutes. Really pleased with how it went. It was really simple. I just brought them. You have to have them in card savers, not top loaders. Thankfully, I knew that before. So make sure you're bringing them in top loaders. If not, they will provide them for free. Here's my receipt for 7 cards. It came out to just shy of $150, $149. I don't think that's awful per card nowadays. And I will be getting an upcharge if some of the more expensive ones come back 10s. So $500 plus I get an upcharge, which I wouldn't mind getting an upcharge because that means one of my cards is worth insane. But easy process. I didn't decide to record in there because there were people in there. I didn't want to make them uncomfortable. But they said the turnaround will be around 3 months. So hopefully I remember to continue this video in 3 months, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. And we'll check out the 10s. Hopefully. I just want 110. I want 110, and that'll be the Cubone. Please. For you, it was just a minute. For me, it was 85 days. Holy smokes. Let's see these cards. 7 cards. Cost of grading was $150. Let's see if we made a profit or at least got 110. Let's get into this submission. I am so excited. Like I said, this was my first ever submission. I have seen the grades, but I want to react with y'all. We are going to start with our only vintage card, 2017 Zygarde promo. Honestly, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was really clean. I saw a little bit of whitening in this top corner right here, but I looked at the grade and I was like, what? We got a freaking 6. So I was like, there must be surface damage, there must be a scratch, and there actually was. I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick it up, but right there's an indentation on the card. If that was not there, I guarantee this would have been a 9 or higher. But either way, this is cool to have in a slab, and I'm hyped about that. Next card, we have this Mew. Beautiful, shiny, full art Mew from Paldean Fates. And I kind of sent this one in because I just like the art. I was like, this is probably going to get a 9 because it is really heavy on the top there, you can see. Left to right is decent, but it's really heavy on the top. And then, honestly, I saw no big issues with the back other than that top centering again. But apparently PSA saw something else because they gave us an 8. But this is cool to have in a slab. This for sure is cool to have in a slab. And it's a freaking beautiful Mew. I love that. Bummed on the 8, but I guess it was just that centering. And honestly, it seems like it was cut a little weird too, because this side's heavier than this side. So that might have been it, because PSA takes off for like the alignment as well. I promise y'all we have something decent in here. I think I already spoiled it, but this was another one of those cards I wanted to see in the slab. Venusaur is my favorite, and it got a 9. It got a 9. It was the top centering is really heavy, but it was pristine on the back. So next submission, I'm not going to be lenient with centering at all, because all these cards, no whitening, it was all a centering issue. This one, I was confident, got a 10. This was the card I put in there to pay for the submission. A lot of these cards have dropped since I sent them. This one was like $150 when I sent it. Now it's like a $70 PSA 10. But I didn't see anything wrong with this card. But PSA did. That got a 9. So now I just have a junk slab. It is Lily. Eventually it'll probably be worth something. But this is not a card that I want to keep. I'm going to sell it at some point, just not soon. Maybe when it has a decent premium, if it ever does. And this is a big one. I actually picked this one up and another card in this submission. I think I paid $180 for this Zapdos and another card. And I was like, this card is beautiful. This card, it looks awesome. It looks beautiful from the back. I can see the top being a little heavy maybe. And this left side is a little thin. But PSA cooked me on the centering. Beautiful card in a 9. Zapdos. This is one of my favorite cards from 151, honestly. Good to have it in a slab. Now we get into the heat of the submission. This is the favorite card I submitted. Cubone is my favorite Pokemon ever, and I actually pulled this. I'm going to throw in a clip where I pulled it. Yeah, if you could tell, I was super excited about pulling this. And I was like, we'll send it. I want to get a 10 for my favorite card ever. And we did it. We did it, bro. When I saw the grades, I'm like, it was worth submitting after I saw this. Beautiful freaking card. Beautiful card. These slabs get dirty so easily. So I ordered some PSA sleeves. But now we will look at the heaviest hitter. And if y'all remembered from when I showed y'all a couple months ago, I think I spoiled it. But I organized them by grade, so you can assume our Lily's Clefairy got a 10. This shocked me so much because this is one of the cards I wasn't confident in. And I'm so glad I sent it in. Like I was saying, I picked up this in the Zapdos a couple months ago for $180. I was like, this card is beautiful. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, this card's beautiful. And then when I met up in person, I actually got a discount because I pointed out these 2 ink dots. And I was like, that's pretty major. It's nothing anyone can help other than the quality control of the factory. But I was like, that's pretty freaking major. But we still got the 10. And what I want to talk about what I learned from PSA. So what I learned is they crack down on centering. They crack down on centering. For sure. If your card's a little off center, they will dock you for it. But they don't really care about or at least my grader didn't really care about the factory errors, which was crazy. And then we have this guy. This is another one. I love this card. This is so cool. This is so cool. But yeah, that was my first ever submission. Pretty happy about it. You know, I did get some good grades. I got 2 10s. What is that, like it's like a 30% gem rate or something? A little higher than 30? Something like that. And 2 freaking bangers. Uh-oh. I guess it's not a banger anymore. I dropped it. But 2 bangers. My favorite Pokemon ever. And then a beautiful SIR. Got a 10. And I'm so happy about that. Would I recommend it? If you're patient, I would definitely recommend it. Patient, definitely recommend it. I will be soon making another submission, probably to PSA, but if y'all have any other companies that y'all like, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.